ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to rumble! Get ready to rumble!
Pump up the shit, yo, pump it up, yo, pump it up. Y'all ready for this? I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Yeah, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Give it up, go.
Welcome to the big show.
Okay, welcome to Live from the Lounge recap, Week 13. And what a Week 13 it was.
This is the most amazing league I've ever been in. I'm just saying, hands down.
Well, I want to welcome my co-host back, BJ.
Good to see you all again.
Yeah, it's been like, what, almost a year?
Yeah, it feels like it. It's
feels
been
like
about a month.
No, it has been a month.
Yeah.
I missed you. Yeah, you were on a 3-week siesta.
Yeah, well, half of it was a siesta. The other half was just flat out sick.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. He was back, but he couldn't be healthy enough to do last week's show. But we had a good fill-in with Ron.
Absolutely. Well, he had an interesting film. That's for sure.
Yes, interesting to say the least. I want to give a shout-out to Lisa and Grayson, my hopefully number 1 and number 2 fans. I believe at least one of the two are watching. But, yeah, what a crazy Week 13. And it was really, I will get into it when we get to the standings, but it has led, what's happened in Week 13 has set up a Week 14 like this league has never had.
I don't think any league has ever had a Week 14 like this. Like, it's insane.
Right. No, it is. It truly is. And we'll get there because it is kind of crazy to think about it. But, all right. So, let's kick it off with yours truly, Sherman's March versus Coltrane. I needed this win. So did Coltrane, and he crushed me. 152 to 109, and this again playoff implications. I could have secured the bye instead. Coltrane. Well, we'll get there. All right, Coltrane 152. You got that from Pat Mahomes. 21.8 off day for him, but hey, 21 points out of your quarterback.
Wait a minute.
What?
So he's got Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb. Like, he needs to call his team the Grim Reaper because he just kills everybody. But
no, he does.
But when you have all these guys. And some of them don't put up numbers, and you still put up 150 points? It's flat out crazy.
Well, because look at his receivers. So we'll go through it. Derrick Henry, 5.8. Nick Chubb, 8 points. That was my 1 o'clock. I'm like,
you're winning.
My projection was projected to win. But then I ran into the Tyreek Hill, Tyler Lockett wall. 29 points out of Tyreek Hill. 27.8 out of Tyler Lockett. I mean, that's just insane. And his 1 o'clock receiver. We'll skip over Ingram for a second. Devonta Smith, 21 points.
Yeah.
So between his receivers, he scored like 70-something, maybe 80 points. Ingram got 14. Commanders D got 6. And Robbie Gould, your kicker, got 18 points.
Jesus Christ. It's phenomenal. Coltrane, well done. I don't know how we let you get away with this team, but well done.
The freight train. Sherman's March. I mean, I start out with Jalen Hurts at 1 o'clock, 40 points.
This is what happens when you get greedy. You were sitting there the whole time saying, give me more, give me more.
No, that's not what I was saying.
I have Ron and Jason to back me up on this.
This is what I said. When somebody asks you how many more fantasy points you need out of your players, the answer is more. That's it. More is your answer. Because this is why. So Jalen Hurts, 40 points. Najee Harris, 10.2. He's my big disappointment. Singletary, 11 points. Michael Pittman, 3.6. Teague Higgins, 12 points. Well, we got Chase is back.
Yeah.
That's going to affect Higgins' targets. Kelsey, disappointing, 7.6. Alan Lazard outscoring Kelsey, 11.7. Dolphins D, 5. Tyler Bass, 7. 109. Not going to do it. So we'll get to the standings, but Coltrane, you're 9-4. Sherman's March, 9-4. All right, let's move on to, oh my God, another game of the week. Belichick's Hoodies versus Goondock Goonies. We got half of Goondock Goonies here. We got the Goonies of the Goondock Goonies here.
I'll take that.
Now, Belichick's Hoodies needed a victory. Obviously, you needed one too to lock in the bye. You didn't get it. Belichick's Hoodies, 166. It's 166.6 to 163.6. I mean, this was close. Very close. And I mean, again,
Belichick took years off my life.
I had to.
It took years off my life.
The stress that comes with fantasy football, it's insane. So yeah, Belichick's hoodies needed it. They got it. 166. They got it from Justin Herbert, 20 points. McCaffrey, 28.6. Oh, and that is the we're going to do the highlight, right? McCaffrey. Wait a minute. 166 is the high score, and McCaffrey, RB position player. That's a double dip.
Yeah, that's 100 bones, man.
Right, and that's the second double dip in a row. I got it last week. Was it? Yeah, last week I think it was. And Belichick's hoodies this week. So we got to go to the McCaffrey highlight. Let's see here. We're going to cue it up. So that's $50 high score for the 166, $50 for the 28.6 out of McCaffrey. Let's cue up the video here. I believe this is a touchdown, one of many.
One of the nails in my coffin.
One more shot for the Niners.
That's really all it is.
Purdy underneath for the touchdown.
Unbelievable.
It's McCaffrey.
Unbelievable football player. I'm glad he got traded to a better team to where he can.
Out of the time.
That is truly great. All right, so hold on. Let's get.
He's still running. He's still running.
Let's see. All right, we'll get the volume down on that. Yeah, McCaffrey, 28.6, and that high score. Cordell Patterson, 6 points. CeeDee Lamb. We were talking about it before the show because this wasn't decided until Sunday night. CeeDee Lamb, 20.4. Keenan Allen, 20.8. Dalton Schultz, 5.3. He was the margin of victory there. I mean, hey, you lost by 3. Watson, 24.4.
This is the killer.
Browns defense, 31 points.
3 touchdowns.
3
touchdowns.
3 touchdowns. That is insane from a defense.
Thank you, Houston Texans. I appreciate it.
Right, well, of course. I mean, the Houston Texans are good for that. Carlson, 10 points, 166. But Goonies, 163. I mean, you were just inches away. I think you were inches away from double dipping yourself. I'd have to look at Pollard's numbers, but he had,
Yeah, I was pretty close.
Right. So
Pollard gave it a run.
Kirk Cousins, 13.8.
That's the bad start.
Yes.
So if I start Daniel Jones, who's sitting on my bench with 19 points, I win by 3.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Yep.
That's what
Who
fantasy
would
is.
think Daniel Jones would screw me over?
24 points, though, out of Pollard. You gave it a run for the money.
Yep.
Dalvin Cook, 16 points with that victory.
Don't look at me like that.
How do you mean?
He threw a pick at the goal line. What do you want me to do?
Let's see. All right, yeah, we're talking about the
I'm not
Jets,
a Patriots fan. What are you yelling at me for?
Stephon Diggs, 22 points. A.J. Brown, 31.9.
Why couldn't it be wide receiver?
Wow. T.J. Hawkinson, 7.3. McLaurin, I mean, your receivers, it was a week of receivers.
Yeah, absolutely.
24.5. Cowboys D, another big defense, 19 points. Tucker, 4. God, 1 field goal.
Yeah.
1 field goal. Well,
1 field goal. I win by .02.
That's insane. 163. So Belichick's hoodies, you move to 7-6. Goondock Goonies at 9-4. Nobody's got a better record.
This game will be on ESPN Classic later on this evening.
Yes, right. We're going to replay it. Moving on to a game that really didn't have any implications to it. Southside Stranglers versus Miller Time. The now 2-11 Southside Stranglers.
How you feeling, Chad?
Yes.
How you feeling, baby?
Takes him down. 137 to Miller Time's 124. Got his second victory. Got it over Coach Ron. He got it with Tua, 17.8. Kareem Hunt, 9.4. Rashad White, 16.9. That was last night's game. He got in at the very end, right? I mean...
he caught a touchdown pass to win the game. Yep. 15 seconds left.
Garrett Wilson, that Jets receiver, 24.2.
It's amazing what that kid does when he has a quarterback to throw him.
No, this is true.
It's amazing.
I like him. I don't know.
I would.
I don't know if he's the future of the Jets, but I do like him. Devonta Adams, 37.7. Too bad it wasn't wide receiver because I did. What did Devonta Smith have? I don't think
24.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. AJ Brown.
AJ Brown had 31. Yeah, he would have won.
Right, 37. Logan Thomas, 5 points. Leonard Fournette. I mean, look at that. Playing the RB Tampa Bay. 14 points out of him. Steelers D, 4. Graham Gano, 8. I'm checking to make sure we don't have any comments here, our whole 5 viewers. But, hey, if we do and you're chiming in, sorry about that. Let's see here. Miller Time. Joe Burrows, 34 points. Cam Akers squared things away there in the Rams. 19 points. Josh Jacobs. He has really been the the running back here.
Yo, that guy needs comeback player of the year.
I would say so.
That dude is a hammer. He's leading the league in rushing.
Yep.
We do have some comments here.
All right. Well, is there anything worth talking about?
Todd says if your players are from Philadelphia, Buffalo, or Miami, you're loving life. Rest of us scramble for scraps. But he also does say double dip only took 8 touchdowns to beat BJ by 3.
Well, when the game's 166 to 163, I mean, you got to be high scorers.
Hey,
there.
man.
Right.
It was. I'm glad I was a part of it. That probably was the most points in a defeat ever in this league. So
that could be true.
I can own that.
That could be true. Okay.
I'll take that.
All right. No other comments there? No other.
Nope, we're good.
Good-looking guy there. Okay.
I mean, we can interrupt this one, so it's okay.
Debo Samuel, 12 points out of him. Paris Campbell, 8.5. No points out of Dawson Knox because did he even play?
I think he did. Okay. I think he dropped like 2 targets and then just was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Drake London, 15 points. No points out of that Vikings D. Thank you, Jets. Young Wei Koo, 14 points. So, Miller time, 124, going to move you to 5-8. Southside Stranglers got your second victory, 2-11. Bragging rights there. All right, moving on to, again, another game that I say doesn't have implications, but it does because Pottstown is still in the hunt. Pottstown needed a victory. He was facing PB&J. They're looking for their third victory. They did not get it, and Pottstown got that much-needed victory, 105.7 to 70 points. Paul and Jimmy. Not year to year this year in the lounge. So let's move on to the winner, Pottstown. Fields, 19.6. I felt like he ran one for a touchdown. Which
78 yards.
Right, which was half those points.
That was 14 points.
Right, so it did nothing else. Aaron Jones, 10 points. ETN, 7.6. But again, going back to that receiver week, DK Metcalf, 26. And Lockett had like 27. So Seattle clearly throwing the ball.
Yeah, and I take that back. Geno Smith should be probably a comeback player.
Yeah, there you go.
Too. So, there's just some debate there.
Well, we'll see. Amari Cooper, 8 points. Duluth.
Dulwich.
14.5. Kamara, 5.7. Jets D, 4. Myers, 10. Let's see. PB&J.
You went for the bait.
You started Watson. 5.3 points out of Watson. What a comeback for him. Well, he hasn't played in 2 years. And
and he had Kyler Murray on
He's been busy with some women, I think, right? I don't know. Too soon, I guess.
Yeah, too soon.
Kenneth Walker the third, 3.6.
He got hurt.
Okay, yeah, he did. Latavius Murray, 10 points. Olave, 10.5. Joshua Palmer, 13 points. Tyler Conklin, 2.9. David Montgomery, he had a decent day, 16.7. Patriots D3 and Suck Up 5, 70 points. Not going to get you a victory in many leagues. All right, so Pottstown, that well-needed victory gets you to 7-6. PB&J, you are 2-11. Okay, this game here.
Jason, I bet you didn't sleep that night.
Well, after that, I'm sure.
The adrenaline, man.
Right. The Bird's Nest versus G5. Coach Brad trying to play spoiler here against G5. I mean, he was.
And he could have.
He
definitely could have.
G5 squeaks out a victory, 103 to Brad's 101. Less than 2 points.
1.42.
And it moves G5 to 9-4. I didn't get a bye. This is crazy. When we get to the standings, we're going to go over it, but it is crazy how this season
league
ended.
is fun.
Yeah. 103 victory, and he got it the last play of the game last night. So he had Tom Brady, and the last play was that pass that put him in the victory column. Tom Brady, 21 points. Saquon Barkley, 19. Pacheco.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. All right,
Pacheco's pretty good. That's what I would have said.
16.2. Justin Jefferson, 18.6. Pickens, that receiver that's not getting targeted there in Pittsburgh, 1.2. Foster Moreau, 4.2. Ayuk, 9.6. Seattle D, 8. And Mar, 5. 103. Man, Brad.
You had him.
2 yards out of Trevor Lawrence. Well, I guess 2. Yeah, a little more than 2.
If Tom Brady doesn't score 2 touchdowns in the last 3 minutes,
it's crazy.
It's insane.
18 points out of Trevor Lawrence. Jonathan Taylor, 13. Brian Robinson Jr., 13 points. Mike Evans, 9.9. Christian Kirk, 16.4. Higbee, 3.4. Kittle, 4.2. Eagles D, 11. And Greg Joseph, 12. So Bird's Nest 3-10. G5 moves to that 9-4.
The 9-4 muck.
Yes.
It is the 9-4 muck.
It is going to be the 9-4 muck. There's like the sludge that somebody needs to creep up and get that 6th playoff spot, but we'll get there. But right, it's the muck at the top now. Sophie's Choice versus War Pigs. Again, crazy week. Any one of these guys that were 8-4. I'm sorry. 9. What's that?
9-3.
9-3. Any one of the 9-3 teams need to get a victory to get that bye week. Didn't get it, except for Danny.
Won.
Except for the guy playing me.
No, he was.
Oh, you're right. He moved to 9-4. You're right.
He moved to 9-4.
Sophie's Choice versus War Pigs. Sophie's Choice takes him down 109 to War Pigs 92, partly because of that Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disappointing.
It doesn't look good. They say he's week to week, which means he ain't playing this week.
The injury, they said, is usually 1 to 3 weeks. So,
He ain't playing this week.
Sophie's Choice, you needed this victory. You got it from Josh Allen, 20 points out of him. Stevenson, 13.8. P. Ryan, 21.5.
What a start.
Yes.
Good
sure.
Waiver wire pickup.
Yep.
He's not going to be worth shit now.
Well, Mixon's back. Well,
Right.
hopefully he's not. Hopefully. Did he clear concussion protocol?
Yeah, I don't think it was a concussion issue.
No, I thought it was. I thought, okay, maybe I'm wrong.
I could be wrong, too.
Jalen Waddle, 1.9. Godwin, 14.3. Firemuth, 10.6. Jamar Chase is back, 16.7. Ravens D, 7. And Nick Folk, 3. Let's see, War Pigs, we talked about it at the top here. Lamar got knocked out at like the first
quarter, yeah.
First quarter, yeah. 1.3, and he's out. Austin Eckler, 13.2. Hasty?
Jermichael Hasty.
I don't know. 0 points.
Not good.
Right. Armand Rod St. Brown.
Close.
Yeah, 34.6. Gallup, 18 points out of him. Mark Andrews, 9.4. Juju, 6.5. Giants D, 4. And Buck Kerr, 5. So War Pigs, you move to that upper muck, 9-4. Sophie's Choice looking to secure that playoff spot, 7-6 with points.
Yeah.
We'll explain that here in a second. So, yeah, that is the Week 13. Let's move to – let's do the standings first, and then we'll do next week. So, let's see here.
Let's just explain what happened, okay? So, Sherman's March, Goondock Goonies, War Pigs.
Right.
All 9-3.
Okay. Yep.
Coltrane 8-4.
Yep.
G5 8-4.
Yep.
Right? So this is what happened. All 3, 9-3, lose.
Right. And all 8
the people
and 4s
who needed to win
won.
Right. So now we have this 9-4
muck
cluster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's what the muck.
Yeah.
Yes. What the muck.
So it's going to be an interesting week.
Right. And it's going to this is it right here. Right now Coltrane, Goondock Goonies, yours truly, G5 and War Pigs are all 9-4. But with the points now, you got Coltrane at the top and Goondock Goonies.
And he's not moving.
No.
Coltrane is pretty much locked up a bye because of points. Unless he loses.
No, if he loses.
Right.
No, this is where this again. All the 9-4 teams, you need to win.
Right, win and get in, control your own destiny.
Right, and if depending on who loses of those 9-4 teams with their points, that'll determine who gets the bye. But Coltrane, Goondock, and none of us are playing each other.
None of us.
Right, which
we
is
are all
another
playing
crazy
somebody.
thing.
Yeah, it's literally. I think it's literally the top 6 against the bottom 6.
Right, but if you're 9-4, War Pigs right now is technically in 5th place. But they could they could finish number 1.
Absolutely.
If Coltrane, Goondock Goonies, I lose, and G5 loses, they're number 1. So these buys are not secure.
Nope.
And there's a final playoff spot that's not secure. Now, the 1 to 5, all those 9-4s are guaranteed playoff spots,
Correct.
not guaranteed bye. But now everybody's fighting for this last playoff spot. I shouldn't say everybody. You got 3. You got Sophie's Choice, Belichick's Hoodies, and Pottstown. Now, it's interesting because I'm playing Sophie's Choice. If I beat Sophie's Choice and Belichick's Hoodies wins, they get that 6th playoff
Correct.
spot. We can't go through every scenario, but Pottstown Rat Bastards, they would need Sophie's Choice and Belichick's Hoodies to lose.
Right. And they're in.
Right. So it's that final 6th playoff spot that you got those 3 teams fighting for. I mean, that's huge. But you need to win. Bottom line is you need to win next week.
Right.
Then we've
There's
got
only 1 spot left.
Right, because these are all 0% chances. Miller Time, Bird's Nest, Southside Stranglers, and PB&J. are all out of it. And it's interesting. I mean, Bird's Nest and Miller Time, for the past 2 years, they've done pretty well. But
these guys can really, pull a spoiler on somebody big.
100%. Not only a spoiler, but there's still money to be had. I mean, we'll get to the position player, but there's still money to be had. Right. You got to put it in the lineup. You don't put it in the lineup.
For you not to put
you don't put it in the lineup, you don't get invited back to the league.
Yeah. Bye.
Right. Yeah.
Nice knowing you.
Right. Because obviously there's huge implications here at the top. So, right. It is going to be a tremendous week 14. There's going to be just, I don't know. Last week to me was very stressful.
Dude, are you kidding me? Like, last week to me, that was it. Like,
well,
I would have, we could have locked up some serious stuff. And
right.
We got nothing.
It didn't come to Monday for me, so it was a long day Monday. Waking up Monday morning, it was.
I agree. I didn't have anything going Monday either.
All right, but that's enough about us. All right, so let's go to those games because these are the games that are going to determine first bye week. I mean, it's going to determine everything. So I may have mentioned it in the last segment there. So I'm facing Sophie's Choice.
Who is the clubhouse leader for that last playoff spot right now?
I can't. Right.
If they win, they're in.
Right. And it's just, of course, I can't get somebody else. I got to get Sophie's Choice. Right now, early projections put him at 134 to my 106.
Tough sledding. A little uphill sledding.
Right. We'll see what happens. Obviously, any given Sunday.
Yep.
Then we've got, these games, these are all meaning something here.
And there's still buys.
Right.
So there's still a lot of bye weeks going on and stuff like that.
I got 3 or 4 guys which is disappointing, but it is what it is. All right, so we have Southside Stranglers trying to play spoiler to Belichick's Hoodies, who's looking for that final playoff spot.
Yeah, and, he needs a miracle from Sherman's March to make it. He needs help.
Right. Well, he needs me to win, and he needs to win. So right now, his early projections are 117 to 108.
So projected to win.
Yes.
So you're projected to win.
Yep. Another big one, Goondock Goonies versus Pottstown, and Pottstown's fighting for that last playoff spot. Obviously, you're fighting for the bye, so, first 3 games are very, very meaningful. Right now, early projections put you at 128 and Pottstown at 114, but that's not that bad.
Right.
This is another meaningful game.
They're all huge. Every one of them.
Everybody wants Coltrane to lose except Coltrane.
Correct.
And he is facing Miller Time.
Wow. And Miller Time, I believe, has a lot of people on a bye. So.
I hope so, because right now the early projections is 120 to 80.
Oh.
But we are all
Any given Sunday, right?
Danny
Any given
Cole
Sunday
loses to Miller Time.
Danny, I'm not rooting against you. I'm just not rooting for you.
Then I have to say we do have a
toilet bowl
meaningless game. Other than that high score, we have PB&J 2-11 facing the Bird's Nest 3-10. It could be bragging rights here, but again, there's still that $100 out there, $100 high score, and the position player, depending on what that is. Good luck, PB&J and Bird's Nest. And then another game, which basically every game has playoff implications except one. G5 9-4.
Oh, that's a big game.
Facing the 9-4 War Pigs. And you can't script this. The projection is it's not as close as I thought. 111.6. That's pretty close. I thought it was 116 to 116. 111.6 to 116.1. And that has the loser of this game will still be in the playoffs, but the winner of this game probably. Well, I shouldn't say that because we got to look at points.
But the loser of this game is going to be the 5 seed.
Correct. Right.
Because I believe there are 2 of the lower teams on that 9-4.
That is safe to say.
They will be the 5 seed. Right. Whoever loses that game.
All right. All I got to say is good luck, everybody, in Week 14 because
I really wish I was going to be here this weekend to watch this with everybody.
Preferably, I'm probably not even going to watch the games. I don't know what I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go bowling. No, because they have TVs there.
Yes, they do.
All right, I'm going to find a tricky tray somewhere. I don't care where it is. I'll drive to go to a tricky tray. All right, so that is the recap. Week 13. We got one more recap. We got next week. So it'll be a recap, obviously, of Week 14. But then it'll be the playoff picture will be there.
Yeah, the playoff preview.
Right. And we'll do a playoff preview. All right, so we're going to do the final. This is the final. I cannot believe that fantasy is
done. It sucks.
No, it does suck.
I
Right.
miss these guys all summer.
Yep. But you know what it does? I mean, it's just going to, when it's over, then we just look for next September. Because, even August. But, all right, nonetheless, we still got fantasy football to be played. All right, let's go to the position player. All right, so we just cannot have running back
No running
2
back.
weeks in a row. So BJ is going to spin that wheel. Defense.
I have Dallas playing Houston.
I don't know. I don't know if we've had defense this year, so that's great. I gotta look, but no
Defense coming at you
All
one
right.
time.
All right, hey, it's
You know what? That's literally anybody's 50.
Correct. That's anybody.
So that's a good way to end it.
Absolutely.
Either that or bench.
Yes.
Can you imagine a bench player week right now?
No, I like defense. That's
Me
good.
too.
I like defense. All right, so that's a wrap. Listen, I want to thank everybody. We are coming back to you for one more live show next week, but certainly want to thank everybody up to this point. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. I know I am, and it's not just because I'm winning. Or winning. Well, we'll leave it there. I'm having a good time. Hopefully you are too. We will see you next week at 6 o'clock. Good luck, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody.